Hey, what up boys? RC here, and today I'll be showcasing a trapper strategy which can win you games. It is a bit scummy, I won't lie, but I believe it's worth showing it because of how useful it can be and how strong it is. And I'm talking about Fortifying Killer Shack, where you can place free traps at every exit of the shack with a person in the basement and get away with possibly a free game. Of course, the strategy has its downsides, such as possibly losing a lot of gens while setting up, or even getting shack in the corner of the map, where it's harder to apply the strategy. And finally, survivors that will know how to deal with this strat will make it impossible to work if it's not done right. So without further ado, let's talk basics. So this would be the ideal build you would want to run if you're willing to do this strategy. The add-ons are very necessary, as the purple bag lets you carry 4 traps in total, and the fastening tools are the best add-ons to let you place your traps as fast as possible. On the right, I am using an offering which will automatically place the killer basement in Killer Shack, and I put this offering so I clearly know where the basement is going to be if I get lucky and get a map with Shack, as there is a bunch of indoor maps which don't have Killer Shack. The most recommended perks for this strategy I would say would be Agitation and Iron Grasp, as these are the safest and most reliable perks to get you to Killer Shack even if you're quite far away. But don't try your luck if you're too far. Even with these perks on, the survivors may wiggle out. The rest of the build is just preference, and I really like Save the Best for Last on Trapper, and it actually comes in handy later when the survivors are trying to escape Shack and get trapped. And Pop goes the weasel is just to slow down gens, and it's a bonus. Here's a match I wanted to show off to expose how strong but situational this strategy can be. The start of the match, aside from everything else, is also something I wanted to cover, as 2 survivors did a really good play when I could have gotten an early down. Not trying to mock, of course, but that's... if it's your first game of Survivor, I'm thinking, okay, rank 20 Survivor, you know, who would hack in rank 20? Oh, good shit, dude. That was really smart. If we go back, you will see that I trapped the Nancy inside of Shack by putting both my traps at the pallet and window. Not to mention I vaulted from the side of the window to force either an initial hit, and she would have had to run to the other side of the shack where the door isn't trapped, or get trapped at God pallet. But the Corvette was just in time to disarm the trap and they both got away. At the very least, however, all traps were in position and the strategy was on its way of getting started. With 3 gens remaining on 1 hook so far, things were looking a bit grim, and I was looking for a way to start the strategy, but the biggest issue was that they played smart from the start and got down far away from Shack, knowing most of my traps were there alongside basement. But all it took was one mistake from them to allow me to do it. Moving back, we have 2 traps here. They're both really good. There we go. Third? No. Okay, here we go. I got that guy up. Cool. Look into basement easy. We have all of our traps are in place, which I have to reset them. I'm running cakes. Yeah. So they seem to be right on top of me. I don't know. I wouldn't call it hacks unless it's something very obvious, you know. Sometimes I see like survivors and they're really fucking fast, but they're not hacking. It's just, you know, it's you like sort of like losing the notion of time and not being like aware of the pathing that they're taking and shit. Nice. This is good. We've got really good pressure. I don't necessarily want to lose my stacks either. And she knows. Gerard. Heard that trap. Ooh. Good shit. So at this point, the survivors were super altruistic and mindful of the traps, and they were trying to make it hard for me to allow me to gain value out of Fortifying Shack. Regardless, we gained a lot of pressure despite only one trap working. Thing is, the traps don't have to work as long as they are panicking and having nowhere to run so you can get free hits and pressure. Let's build. That's what it's meant to do. Let's pop this. And right now we don't have a pallet anymore. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna come from this side. Okay. Yes. Okay. I didn't even fucking leave. My guy. I didn't even get to leave. And you use your deliverance, like what? Why would you do that? I'm on the lookout because this obsession likes getting chased, and that means she's trying to get her friends to come help at Shack. She's gonna do her hard for. Alright, now what, dude? We can actually drop her. Pick up the strap. And make it still, because we have agitation. Iron grasp. This would work better if people were committing lag before, but this is still good. Everything is safe. She's coming. At this point in the match, it's pretty much over, as I only have to patrol the gens nearby Shack because there's only one gen that is far away, and there's no point giving up the pressure we have with Shack. Fortifying Shack is a good strat overall. It's just very situational and again, scummy, because it's not a fun strategy and it can also be a complete waste of time if you don't play it right or if the survivors are more focused on gens instead of helping their teammates. To conclude this video, what I would suggest is to not use it every game, but keep it as an option that could be there, as a last resort to make you win the game, and keep in mind it won't work every time, so be sure to be one step ahead of survivors and take advantage of your power as much as possible. That's it from me. Hopefully this video was informative for both survival and killer sides. I hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to catch me on twitch.tv/rcv9 as I stream from Monday to Friday, and join the Discord in the description to keep up with the boys. Thanks for watching.